choosing the artist to the song in this record wasn't done in a traditional A&R, artist and repertoire way where the label can go and say, these are the list of artists, these are the songs, match and choose. This was like, I have all these arrangements done in their keys, already done, right? Like, they're completely done. There's no room to go in and edit the music and no, the tone is too high for me, the tone is too low. Every song was respected in their original keys, like where Michael Jackson recorded it. However, except for the 2 Jackson 5 tunes, because then Michael Jackson was like 2 years older and his voice was like Minnie Mouse, like super high. So those were lowered because I already had consciously thought about it. I was like, nobody in their right mind would be able to sing that music in that key. So when that was the challenging thing too, is like, other than Tito Nieves, India, Secada, and Kemi Ceballo, and OB, Jennifer, and all these guys that were singing the record, like, who else is there that can actually pull this music off where they're completely bilingual, that they can rip it in salsa, and do the soneos and the improvisations and all these things in Spanish, and have that vocal range? It's just so difficult. So I would say God just sort of put the right people, and just boom, these are the guys that need to be on this. And then once I would get each artist on board, like Tito Nieves, for example, I already knew, okay, you know what? I Want You Back would be the song, because I was thinking of somebody like him when I was writing the arrangement, and then actually that was the only song that I wanted to give him. But when he fell in love with the project so much, he actually mentioned, he was like, hey, Tony, I really like that song, You're Not Alone. And not that he was asking me for it, he just mentioned it to me. And then I was like, and I had 10 songs already done. And just because I felt like so much gratitude towards his involvement in the project, I said, you know what? I'm gonna write an arrangement to it, and I'm just gonna surprise him and show him the arrangement when it's done. So a couple months after he recorded I Want You Back, I finished the arrangement, and I sent it to him, and then he fell in love with the arrangement. Like, he was like, my God, Tony, like, you're insane. Like, where do you get these ideas from? And I was like, no, I really wanted to do it because you mentioned it to me. It was like, oh man, well, definitely I want to record it. And then it happened to be that, it's incredible how this happened, but his wife then heard it and she fell in love with the project. And then Father's Day was coming up, like, I think a couple of days after I sent it. And then she was like, Tony, I have this idea. I don't know what you think about this, but I don't know if you know, but Tito Nieves Jr. sings in chorus, and he's never sang with his dad before, but because he doesn't sing salsa music. But in this case, since it's You Weren't Alone and it has like that, Michael Jackson vibe, and he loves Michael Jackson, maybe he could sing with his dad. And then I was like, oh my God, that would be amazing, like super historical. And then she was like, let's do it. Let's actually record him, like in the studio by himself, and then show it to his dad as a gift for Father's Day. And I was like, oh my God, let's do it. So I went to Orlando and I recorded him, like, we got video of it, and then we packaged it together to give it to his dad for Father's Day. And then Tito, like, when he received it, he was bawling. He was like, man, like, this is the greatest gift I could ever receive. And then we went, and she was like, let's book a studio and let's record it together in the studio. I want to do it with my son, and that was just an incredible experience, So those things, like, it wasn't planned, it just happened like that.